Taiwan scrambling its jets after 18 Chinese military aircraft entered its air defense identification zone before turning back. As it's done previously in the Taiwan Strait, this military exercise by China was its way of showing displeasure at increased diplomatic exchanges between the US and Taiwan. It comes as US Undersecretary Keith Kroc, the most senior State Department official in decades, continues his visit to the island. That follows another visit last month by US Health Secretary Alex Azar as part of what Beijing has condemned as a dangerous trend. Once again, Taiwan is caught in the middle of worsening China-US relations.
A mass shooting has been reported in the city of Rochester in New York. According to the local police, the mass shooting happened in the wee hours of Saturday morning. The mass shooting took place on Pennsylvania Avenue in the city of Rochester. 2 people have died in the shooting and 14 others have been injured. This is the latest that we can bring to you. As you can see, these are the visuals that have come from the shooting site. 2 people have died in this shooting incident and over a dozen people are reportedly injured. The emergency services in New York are responding. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said that Turkey is ready to meet with Greece to resolve the ongoing tensions over energy exploration in the disputed waters. The decision comes days after Turkey recalled its oil and gas exploration vessel Oruç Reis from East Mediterranean waters. Ankara earlier claimed that the vessel has been recalled for routine maintenance. Erdogan, who now resorts to an optimistic tone, earlier said that return of the vessel does not mean the country's seismic activities would fully stop. He added that the ship will return to its duties after the maintenance period is over. Greece's foreign minister has said that the country believes a dialogue should start and that the international law should not be violated. Greece viewed recalling a vessel as a positive first step towards easing tensions.
Emily is a Boeing 787 Dreamliner with a Dreamtime theme, soon to deliver a dream flight for Qantas passengers, a 7-hour journey to nowhere. Well, Sydney to Sydney actually, but non-stop, showcasing the sights of the great southern land with a Neil Perry menu. The route goes from Sydney to the Gold Coast, Brisbane, the Sunshine Coast and north to the Great Barrier Reef, then west to Uluru and Kata before returning.
We'll be doing flights lower than normal to see some fantastic views of the reef.
Qantas isn't making a profit. Ticket sales will just cover costs. They went quick, in just 10 minutes.
That's 1 seat every 4 seconds, making this the fastest selling flight in Qantas history.
Anti-gang unit section commander Lieutenant General Carl Kenya has been shot dead. He was part of the investigative team in the extortion case of alleged Cape Town underworld figure Naveez Mudak.
Well, yes, Colonel Carl Kenya was gunned down shortly after 3 p.m. Outside his house in Bishop Lavis. He was heading investigations. He was part of the anti-gang unit in the Western Cape, and he was heading investigations into various high-profile cases for which the team has effected multiple arrests on those cases. And of course, we believe that his killing may be related to his involvement in the investigations of those cases.
From India, India's investigation agency, the NIA, has arrested 9 al-qaeda terrorists. The arrests happened after the NIA conducted simultaneous raids in the state of Kerala and West Bengal. According to NIA, the group was planning to undertake terrorist attacks with an aim to kill innocent people. The NIA had learnt about an interstate module of al-Qaeda operatives in several locations in the 2 states. According to NIA's investigation, the accused were radicalized by Pakistan-based al-qaeda terrorists through social media. The terrorists planned attacks at multiple places, including the National Capital Region. To execute the plan, the terrorists were actively looking to raise funds and were planning to travel to Delhi to procure arms and ammunition.
When President Evariste Ndayishimiye was sworn in June, he vowed to ensure national unity, peace and social justice. But UN investigators say that's not happening, dashing hopes of change under a new government.
What is really striking is that he has appointed to high positions in his cabinet 3 people who are under sanction from the EU and or the US for their alleged participation in human rights violations since 2015. It's a strange act for someone who's keen on reconciliation.
The opposition says Ndayishimiye's election victory in May was rigged. The ruling party candidate had the backing of his predecessor and longtime friend Pierre Nkurunziza.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has died. Her death at age 87 was announced on Friday, September 18th by the Supreme Court. The cause was complications of metastatic pancreas cancer. Nominated to the nation's highest court by President Bill Clinton, Justice Ginsburg became the second female Supreme Court justice in U.S. history when she was confirmed in 1993.
Not very long ago, the only way to distinguish the justices, at least in appearance, was to separate the bearded from the close-shaven.
Described as a feminist icon, the diminutive Justice Ginsburg was one of the most liberal members of the Supreme Court. She was the subject of a popular 2018 documentary film, RBG.
I ask no favor for my sex. All I ask of our brethren is that they take their feet off our necks.
The US president has escalated America's tech war with Beijing, following through on his promise to ban 2 popular Chinese-owned apps. From Monday, TikTok and WeChat will be barred from US app stores. The companies are now scrambling to strike a deal to stay afloat.
From animal tricks to human talent, or lack thereof.
It'll work.
More than 100 million Americans use TikTok to share the momentous and the mundane. But from next week, Americans will be blocked from downloading the social media platform over national security concerns. China's most popular messaging app, WeChat, will be subject to even tougher restrictions.
Anti-lockdown protesters have led police on a chase through Bayside suburbs on the 3rd straight weekend of demonstrations. 16 people were arrested with more than 20 others fined, and the group is planning to cause even more chaos tomorrow.
In Elwood's quiet back streets, a group trying to organise a freedom rally finds itself surrounded.
Ow, you're hurting me!
Humans and horses in a game of cat and mouse. The gathering was planned days in advance, but the location kept secret until 11:30 this morning, when messages to the group's members urged them to a Brighton park within half an hour. The 3rd consecutive weekend of this, today saw families in the park swamped by strangers.